Creepy crawl is on the skin. She wrote a book this thick on the microbiology of the skin. She identified every organism that creeps and crawls all over your skin, and there are millions of them.
Molly Ransford.
Molly Ransford.
And
She
she
was
went
a
to where?
professor in Dunedin, in New Zealand. She's a very clever lady. You've got some very clever ancestors.
I know. What happened? Why did they take it all away from us?
Yeah, what happened?
Why did they steal it and use it all? They used it all, hell, never gave it down. They just stole our cleverness. And then why was she in New Zealand?
Neil, your grandfather's sister.
Why was she in New Zealand?
Because she married someone who took her there.
Okay.
One of those men who take their women.
Pregnant women unless they're in prison. Stop them from doing their biology reading.
And he was the professor of botany, and they were both professors at Dunedin University.
Dunedin in New Zealand. I'm recording. Are we ever? Did Andrew know Molly? And did we have a relationship as kids with her?
Well, I
don't
mean,
remember.
given the New Zealand English thing, I mean, of course they knew each other, but they didn't see each other.
Did she die in New Zealand? Did she live and die in New Zealand? So me and Helen may never have.
No, I don't think
Met
you'll
her.
have met her. No.
Maybe, but
No, I
I
think
don't
not.
remember.
But Penny will know about Molly. And Andrew.
So she's part of this history that I don't know actually. I know Sylvia because I've met her and I had the
Well,
stories.
this was Sylvia's sister, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And Neil was her brother.
Yes.
And he was the baby of the family, and he was your grandfather.
Yeah.
Great
And
grandfather.
so Molly was
grandfather.
so one of
Grandfather.
5 grandfathers.
You must have met Neil and Irene.
I met Neil, but
And he used to worry so much about Irene's blood pressure when she came home. Do you remember?
I remember how much they drank. I remember they used to love a whiskey. I remember thinking that's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah. No, they were remarkable people in their way, because your grandfather, you know, he read those books about Rhodesia, don't you?
If I'm honest, I'll be very honest. I've got a copy of them all in somewhere that will be with me forever, like
in
in
a
a safe
bookcase
that I've
somewhere.
kept. Well, I made sure I got a copy, and I really want them.
You should read
I've
them.
read all of them,
You have.
but it ended up skim reading them because they're pretty technical and historical. They're not novels. They're not
No.
narratives. They're not stories. It's like, okay, it's a factual book about what happened here, what happened there, then this happened. Which is a shame, because if Neil was a
Do you have a family like this? Do you have a family history that you can go back generations?
she does.